The head of the Ministry of Industry and Trade of Russia, Anton Alikhanov, announced plans to launch an annual issue of 36 MC-21 aircraft from 2027. In an interview with Channel One, he noted that the first priority is to achieve production of at least 36 aircraft per year, and then double these capacities. This includes plans to export, which will expand the presence of domestic aviation in the international market, Interfax reports. This is in accordance with the comprehensive civil aviation industry program adopted last year. Deliveries of the MC-21 will begin in 2025 with 9 units. In 2026, it is planned to increase production to 31 aircraft, and in 2027 to 36 units. These rates should provide Russia with a leading position in the field of civil aviation and increase its competitiveness in the global market. The Comprehensive Aviation Industry Development Program of the Russian Federation until 2030, as amended by the Order Government of the Russian Federation No. 1102, are dated May 4, 2024, also states that only 7 Tu-214s will be produced by 2027. At the same time, the airlines will be able to operate the first fully domestically produced civilian aircraft, the Tu-214, in 2025. Essentially, it is a direct competitor to the more modern and fuel-efficient MC-21. According to Anton Alikhanov at the NIAS Forum, the first deliveries of the fully domestically produced Tu-214 are expected in 2025, while the MC-21 is slated for 2026. This year, the first Tu-214 will be delivered as part of the plans approved in the comprehensive program, the minister stated. He added that 7 main types of aircraft are currently at various stages of certification. The Tupolev model is essentially an older competitor to the most recent MC-21. The Kazan aviation plant has been manufacturing this aircraft since 1996. It is the only commercially produced aircraft globally that features both an airframe and engine sourced domestically from outside the US and EU. Nevertheless, the Tu-214 required the replacement of all imported components in 2022. The Tu-214 has been used by the Special Flight Unit Rossiya, which ferries senior government officials, as well as by various security agencies, due to its original composition of 87% domestic components. This is a significant advantage. Only approximately 13% of the components were imported, and they were relatively straightforward. The maiden flight of the Tu-214, which was entirely domestic, took place last year. Serial production of these aircraft will proceed without obstruction once certification is finalized, which is anticipated to occur this year. In terms of safety, the Tu-214 meets all modern requirements, but it lags behind the MC-21 and, consequently, Boeing and Airbus counterparts in terms of fuel efficiency. The Tu-214 consumes more fuel, has an outdated onboard equipment management system, and requires 3 pilots instead of 2, as in modern airliners, among other drawbacks, all of which increase operational costs. So, why does Russia plan to produce both aircraft rather than focus solely on the newer and more modern MC-21? There are several reasons. First, the Tupolev aircraft has been in service for a long time and has already established itself in the aviation market, unlike the new MC-21, which is still in the process of being introduced for commercial use, with delays due to sanctions. The Tupolev aircraft was created earlier, but dozens have already been produced, and many have been flying for a long time, transporting passengers and cargo. The production of these aircraft is well established, with parts and components being manufactured and personnel trained for their operation and maintenance. Many airports in Russia and other countries can accommodate this aircraft. It is equipped with the PS-90 engine, which is proven and reliable. All this creates good prospects for its continued use, including for various special missions. The Tu-214 is still actively used by various federal agencies and state companies, including the Russian Ministry of Defense and the Special Flight Unit Rossiya. These entities may continue to purchase this aircraft. This aircraft must consist of domestic components, meaning there is no need for import substitution of individual elements. Given the sanctions on Russia's aviation market and the lack of access to Western aircraft and aviation parts, Abandoning the Tu-214, which has been successfully transitioned to fully disc components, would be short-sighted. No country produces aircraft entirely on its own. It always involves cooperation among manufacturers from different countries. Russia is unique in this regard, largely due to sanctions, as it has to create fully domestic airliners. This is uncharted territory, and unexpected obstacles may arise. Every aircraft counts, even if it is less economical than its Western counterparts. The second reason the Tu-214 remains relevant is the high demand for replacing Western medium-haul aircraft. The MC-21 alone cannot meet this demand. Production plans for the MC-21 are lagging behind the needs of airlines. The market requires many more such aircraft now, but the new plane will only begin production in 2026, a year later than initially planned, due to sanctions and the need to substitute even composite materials. Moreover, it is impossible to immediately reach the planned production volume, especially for a completely new aircraft. The number of serial aircraft will gradually increase each year. Initially, plans were for MC-21 production to grow from 12 aircraft per year in 2025 to 72 per year by 2030. Producing such a large number of aircraft annually is a significant challenge for Russia. Modern Russia has never produced so many civilian aircraft. In the 2000s, Russia assembled no more than 20 aircraft per year. In the 2010s, there were some years with higher production, such as 35 civilian aircraft in 2013, but this level could not be sustained. Only during the Soviet era were such high production rates of 100 or more aircraft per year achieved. Until the MC-21 is fully operational on the assembly line, any medium-haul aircraft will be needed to replace foreign planes. Therefore, airlines will gladly take both, especially since there are no other options. Thus, the Tupolev model will support airlines that cannot obtain the MC-21. It will help address the shortage of medium-haul aircraft due to the need to replace foreign models. For example, the Tu-214 could be used for charter flights to Turkey and Egypt. Moreover, the Tu-214 can fly longer distances than the MC-21, so it could temporarily alleviate the shortage of long-haul aircraft. Once MC-21 production can meet the demand of all airlines, carriers will be able to transition from the Tu-214 to the more economical MC-21, and the Tupolev will return to government aviation from commercial use. The third factor favoring the continued and increased production of the Tu-214 with future upgrades is its export potential. The Tupolev could be in demand by foreign customers, primarily in the global South and Asian countries. So the Tu-214 is not an outdated competitor. It is a different aircraft in many respects and serves as a complement to the yet-to-be-realized MC-21. Now, do you think MC-21 will kill the production of Tu-214 eventually? Let us know in the comments. Please like and share our videos and subscribe to our channel. Please also take membership in our channel to encourage us.